Hello and welcome to a full tour of the Triton LEGO Railway layout. At long last, here is the full layout, and let's jump straight in. So the kind of home base for my layout is my super train station. It has that name because the idea of this was it to be as big as possible, but given its current size, it is as big as I can ever really make it. Straight after that is the signal box with matching architecture, and after the signal box is a small maintenance shed. It's nice to be able to fill up this space with something that is more suitable to the station area. So when the coaches are in the station, we have the locomotives going off getting ready for the next passenger set. And of course the base plates are filled in with plenty of grass details and even a small footpath. Going past the first corner, we enter one of my favourite bits, which is the Ninjago area with a Spinjitzu Arena. I've been there for Ninjago since day one, and this is something I really wanted to do. And of course, because I was doing this at a show, I had a few extra Ninjago things with me. Not necessarily parts of the layout, but all in good fun. Right next to this is the second station of my layout, which also has a bridge. This alone could be its own display piece, and I am so happy with how this turned out. We have my three signature minifigures there on the platform for the LNUR and the Triton LEGO Railway. And again, overall, just the feel of it is so cool. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. The bridge in particular is so big and chunky, and it's just an amazing piece for me. Going past the second corner, we now enter the goods yard, a nice long stretch which kind of changes the feel of it. We've gone from these green areas to a darker, sort of grimy area. Here is a workman's hut, an area where some of the workers can kind of take a break and have their lunch. We have a few miscellaneous structures as well as a oil silo collection where tank wagons can be unloaded and distributed to go onto the roads. Next to that is an unloading area with a nice big gantry crane, and of course the gantry crane, if you haven't seen the video on it, can of course move on some rails. It isn't powered, it has to be manually moved, but I love that I was able to kind of create this setup. To make some more business for this area, we have another smaller platform for unloading things manually out of some wagons, and behind that some more miscellaneous structures, including a small brake shed, which is a nice use of filling the space. The overall look and feel for the goods yard, again, is supposed to be more grimy, more realistic. There's a lot more grey, and the yellow is also a nice contrast because it reminds me of the Construction City sets. We now move on to the final part of the goods yard, which is a coal hopper. This is a nice tool structure which I'm actually really pleased with. It fits in so well, and the overall space it takes up is beautiful. Coming into the third corner now, we now go to the big bridge. It's nice to be able to use some of the blue base plates that I got, and all the water details there are almost full. There was a few gaps I wasn't able to fill in time when it came to displaying the show. But the bridge is something I've shown off a few times, and it is just a beautiful thing to see on its own. You just saw there another sort of thing where you can look at it and go, oh, what's that? But yeah, that is the full layout tour. And now what I'm going to do is move on to this next bit of footage, which is another sort of tour on its own, but it's now from the inside. And there's no point in me going over each section again. You can just see it as it goes through. So I'll let the footage play on. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.